everybody. My name is Elisa Lecky. I am the Assistant Dean for Partnerships and Outreach in the College of Education at Georgia Southern. I am here in front of you today to talk about some pathways to certification that we are putting together for people like you, people that are engaged in schools, have some college, may not have any college, so that we can support you on your journey to become certified teachers in our state. So, let me walk you through this handout that you should all have in front of you or have access to. And also know that here my contact information is here at the top. If you have questions, you want to set up an individual Zoom call or a phone call or talk about options, or if you would like me to work with our advising department to look over your transcripts to help identify which pathway is best for you, please reach out. All right, so let's get started. Our first pathway is for those of you that already have an undergraduate degree, just not in teacher education. So the two most straightforward pathways at that point are our Master of Arts in Teaching, either in elementary education, P5, or in special education, P12. Um, these programs teach you some methods for math, science, social studies, English language arts. We integrate field practicum into that coursework. And one of the benefits of being a part of this program is that you can be employed by your school system as a teacher of record while you're earning that teacher certification. Of course, we work in collaboration with your school system. We can't guarantee you a spot, but I know our school system partners are very motivated to support all of you as well. So you get a sense here of what the time to completion is, approximate cost, but then there's benefits. What happens when you finish your Master of Arts in Teaching is you have a master's degree and then you get that pay raise. So while you're earning about $35,000 a year while you're getting your degree, upon completion, you do get that pay increase. And note that these numbers are based on just the average Georgia state salary numbers from across the state. So your school system might be slightly different. The great thing about these two MAT programs is they accept a wide variety of undergraduate degrees. So that works. The other MAT option is in middle grades or secondary education. The difference with these Master of Arts in Teaching is that you need to make sure your undergraduate degree contains emphasis areas or enough hours in a specific content area so that you can be that content area expert. For the middle grades, you need to make sure that you have 15 hours in your content concentration, math, science, ELA, history. The secondary teachers need 21 hours of content courses. It is the same benefits. It's a little shorter time frame, but the same benefits in terms of salary. You can work as a teacher of record, and when you graduate, you have a master's degree and are entitled to that certificate upgrade. Great. The final option for those of you that have an undergraduate degree is to go through the Georgia TAP program. I know our first district, RISA, has a Georgia TAP program. We are definitely not experts in that, but I know Richard Smith and his team over there are amazing to work with. The big did is less expensive, and it might take a little less time, but you don't graduate with a master's degree and that pay increase. So, I mean, there's pros and cons that you want to weigh and take a look at across those pathways. Excellent. All right. And then we know after talking to paraprofessionals and HR directors from across multiple school systems that there are many of you who have some education, some college education, and maybe even some education coursework. So we have several options that we are putting together to support paraprofessionals like you, because we've heard over and over that the challenge is I can't stop working to do that student teaching semester, or even some of those field practicum courses. So we For those of you that only need that student teaching semester, right? We are working with school systems, and several have approached us about hiring an undergraduate student who, during their student teaching semester as a teacher of record, and receiving that one semester of pay while you finish up that student teaching semester and that student teaching coursework. Again, we have to work in collaboration with your school system. There has to be that spot available, and they have to be willing to hire you in that role. But that is a possibility. The second option, for those of you that perhaps need your entire senior year of coursework and student teaching semester, we have been working with Savannah, Chatham, and Bullock County to do a paid residency program. And what that we work out with the school system is that there's a vacancy in a school, and then there's a teacher in that school that can be an excellent mentor teacher. So we take that teacher out of the classroom, and he or she becomes a mentor teacher. And then in the vacant classroom and the classroom that the mentor teacher left, we put two of our students who are seniors, who are finishing their final year of teaching. There's university teacher support, supervisor support, there's methods teacher support. That you have the support of your mentor teacher. So although he or she is not in the classroom with you all day long, like a typical student teaching semester, he or she's with you half of the day with one paid resident, half a day with the other paid resident. We have talked to many of our partner school systems about this possibility and ways to implement that. So that's a possibility as well, so that you're able to take the first semester senior year coursework. We design your field courses and your methods courses to be aligned with what you're doing in the classroom, and we have designed special sections of those courses for our paid residents. All right. Here is what we are looking to do for spring of 2023. We have heard that there are those of you that need your education courses in that junior year. There's field practicum components associated with them. Coursework is only offered during the school day when you need to be working. So we are putting together a team of faculty members from elementary education. We're going to start there first because it's less complicated because of the content specialty courses for the other programs. We're going to put together a team of faculty members who will offer those junior level courses either in an online or a hybrid model, so that you will be online either altogether synchronously or at just moving at your own pace, and perhaps some in-person sessions around the various school systems. So if we have a cohort of 20 paraprofessionals like yourselves from across our nearby school systems. So, like Candler County, Evans County, Bryan County, Savannah, Chatham, Liberty, Bullock, Effingham, Screven, just, those in the school systems that we serve. We can identify some online hybrid learning spaces and coursework. So that junior year will happen the spring, next spring of 2023, and then summer of 2023, so that theoretically you can move into a paid residency position, or we can work with your school system for something for that senior year. So we're working on that. We're putting that together, and your input would be really helpful about scheduling of classes in person versus online, and synchronous versus asynchronous, and what you will need as learners so that you can be successful, because that's the other piece. We want to make sure that we're designing programs and working with our school systems in ways that support you so that you're successful, because once you become that lead teacher in the classroom, we want you to be successful and stay as that lead teacher in the classroom. Okay. So those are options for those of you that are like getting ready to enter or have already entered the education coursework that junior, senior year. The other piece, and this one is definitely under development. So again, feedback and ideas and thoughts would be amazing here, so we can design a program that truly helps you become a successful educator and meets your needs while you're a working paraprofessional. So we are putting together an accelerated bachelor's of interdisciplinary studies to a master of arts in teaching in special education. So right now, Georgia Southern has a fully online bachelor's of interdisciplinary studies. So we're working with those existing courses and frameworks, and we are adding some concentrations. So, in order to get your bachelor's degree in interdisciplinary studies, you need to pick three, either three concentrations or two concentrations and a minor. And we have some options here that we think would really help support you as you become a teacher. So, a writing concentration, a sociology concentration, and that coursework looks at all of those other things that we need to know about supporting the whole child and the family, a math concentration, and then we also have an instructional technology minor that's fully online. So we have to put some pieces together for the math concentration and the writing concentration because those courses are not currently all offered online. Well, the courses we would like. So we're working with that program to see what we can put together. So essentially, what we've done is we have looked at the courses in that interdisciplinary bachelor's degree and started to identify those courses that we think will best support you to be an educator. They're listed here. And then there's the MAT program courses that will get you that teacher certification with that emphasis on special education. Some of the highlighted ones are the ones that we're looking and crossing over and connecting and offering at that undergraduate level to accelerate your program. So, like I said, this program is definitely in progress. We're putting it together. So, again, input would be great. All right. As I've been working with paraprofessionals in a variety of school systems, lots of questions have come up. One of those questions has been about transfer credit policies. I know many of you are earning your degree from another institution. So here are transfer credit policies that might apply to you. So essentially, you need about 1/4 of your coursework with us at Georgia Southern. And about 25% of that or half of it needs to be in your major. So you can't take all of your courses except student teaching and then come to Georgia Southern. So we need half of your education courses to be with us. And again, like I mentioned before, if you want us to take a look at your transcripts and plot out programs of study and see what we can do, please don't hesitate to share those with me. All right, and then the other question has been about GACE support. We, as you may or may not know, the GACE PAA has been removed from the PSC's requirements, so that removes one piece for us. There is a ethics GACE assessment that I think most of you have already taken, but I'm going to get information there. And again, this part is definitely still under construction, and it's based on questions and conversations I've had with paraprofessionals like yourselves. So that URL there is our current GACE page. There's another URL there right below it that is all kinds of great test prep pieces for the GACE. And then we are in the process of developing online modules for support for the content area GACEs as well. For across the different programs. So that will take us a minute to get those developed and put up, but know that we are working on it and putting it there for everyone to have access to. All right. Thank you all for giving me some of your time today. And again, I'm going to scroll back up to the top. There's my name and my email. Please, please, please don't hesitate to reach out with questions, concerns, comments. We can set up a Zoom, have a phone call, and I do look forward to working with all of you again.